Hello everyone and welcome along to What I Learned This Week. This week we've got Amy Mylius here from Cate Bakos Property, and we're going to talk a little bit about how you would set a bidding limit. So walk me through the process.
Yeah, so we often have clients ask us for bidding tips, how they should bid at auction.
Yep.
But the most important thing happens before the auction, so it's how to actually set that limit.
Sure.
Because once you're at auction, if you've got a firm plan, you bid confidently up to that limit, and that is the best advice I can give. So how do you set that plan?
Sure.
First of all, give yourself plenty of time. Do not do it the morning of the auction.
Yep.
Or don't change your mind the morning of the auction. You just put yourself under unnecessary stress.
Sure.
So start thinking about it a week prior, keep thinking about it during the week, discuss it with your partner, make sure you both agree. That's very important.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Secondly is making sure you do plenty of research. And this is the not so fun part, and people sometimes struggle with it, but it's important to understand all of the comparable sales. We generally go back around 3 months, 4, 5, 6, depending.
Sure.
I try and get around 8 comparable sales.
Yep.
And I can do a whole new video around how to do that. But it's also then not grasping onto one particular sale and then saying, well, I'm only comparing it to this, because we don't understand all of the things that happened during that campaign.
And what the dynamic was on the auction day.
Yeah, exactly.
So maybe you had 2 downsizers potentially bidding, and so for them
could be
limits potentially.
Crazy price.
Yep.
Could have been a bargain because someone couldn't get finance before the auction and the vendor had to sell. So we take those 6 to 8 comparable sales and extrapolate from there.
Sure.
Some people sometimes will create an arbitrary price without research, and they'll say, well, I just think it's worth X. And I have to work through that.
Sure.
It'll be a gut feel or something else,
Okay.
but it needs to be backed by science.
Sure.
And then lastly, changing your mind during the auction. And it sounds crazy, but I see people do it all the time. And what I see the most is if a couple are there together, I'll see when they get to their limit, and I'll see their body language change, and they'll start to look at each other, nudge each other. And as soon as they get to that point, I know they're going past their limit.
Sure.
And then if they start talking to each other, it'll just spur the other buyers on, because they'll know that you've gone past your limit. Yeah. So those are my top tips.
Excellent. So I think some really good tips there around making sure you're prepared. Don't go and change anything the morning of auction day. Make sure you're data driven, and also make sure you control your body language on the day and kind of stick to it.
Absolutely.
Amy, thanks very much for coming in today.
Thanks, Tom.
Hopefully everyone enjoyed that. If you've got any questions, feel free to post them in the comments section. Thanks very much.
Thank you.